before we dive into the insults, what's up, Joey85? Good day, sir. After seeing the video, hey Kim, mute up while you're not talking for one quick second because you have some kind of feedback. Joey
That's not my record.
85. What is your thoughts after you see the video? Did that confirm your thought or did you reconsider your position?
Reconsider, Sharon. It reconsidered it. Cause
okay, go ahead.
I definitely, even when I said the footage was gonna come out, people still was gonna have their own notion on the situation. They still gonna be, he was defending himself. You know what I'm saying? Now, for what I thought was happening is that people was surrounding him.
He was defending himself. He was regardless if you agree to the way he defended himself, he still was defending himself.
Ma'am, I'm talking, ma'am. Ma'am, relax.
Okay, sir.
You're getting emotional.
Kim,
just relax.
You gotta let people finish their thoughts so we can actually talk to their point.
She want name calling me.
You know what I'm saying? Like this is the point right here.
Now say it to Cam. Now say it to Cam. Go ahead, Joey. Tell Cam to be quiet too.
Nah, I ain't telling her to be quiet, but she can relax for a little bit.
Now you don't want to talk to another man. All right, I got you. Go ahead,
what?
Joey.
Tell him I ain't worrying about what. That's him and her. They got their own thing. But listen, every man and woman for themselves. But this is the thing I'm trying to make you understand, Sharon. As black men, we got to teach our sons too to have conflict resolution skills. We do, because our boys are just as emotional, just like these women up here, and they just
resolve that conflict.
And the thing is that
serious, Kim.
You see what I'm saying? She proving my point. She literally proving the point. You get what I'm saying? You say the wrong thing. These young boys be ready to react and do anything, and that boy, he did. He grabbed that knife. Now,
y'all should be ready. Y'all should be ready. Y'all are cowards. Y'all are cowards that are not willing to do what this boy did.
Kim, interrupting doesn't help.
No, okay, I'm gonna stop.
But Sharon, do you not see? Like, she's proving the point. And listen to women like her is going to land a lot of men in jail. I've seen a lot of guys go in jail just by this rhetoric that she's even spilling, calling this boy, we're cowards. Because we're telling men that we need to de-escalate. Going to jail is no joke. I don't think people out here really been through situations. I have. You can talk all that tough stuff on the internet. You run up, you get done up. Nigga, you ever spent a day in jail? Have you ever even been in the prison? That's not nothing to be played around with. So we need to understand that.
Yeah, me and Shadow was in the same jail. Me and where's Shadow at? Shadow, come back here, brother. Shadow, come back here.
Because somebody
in the same jail,
is telling you to get out of somewhere. You want to lose your freedom, right, man? I'm trying to. Hey, Sharon, am I saying something wrong, bro? I'm telling that us as black men, we got to learn how to control our emotions.
You all are not. You all are not willing to participate in revolution.
Ma'am. He had a knife on him. I don't agree to that.
And see, you don't. So you don't agree.
Not no teenage boy need to be carrying no
right to bear arms.
He is
you don't agree with the right to bear arms.
Man,
okay,
man,
thank you.
He's at a school. What are you talking? This not. See, never mind. Go ahead, Sharon. You got it. Go ahead.
So Joey, you don't carry a firearm?
I'm licensed to carry, Sharon. Is you gonna compare a knife to me being licensed to carry and trained to know how to work a firearm? Is you gonna do that, Sharon?
Yes.
And I have the emotional intelligence to know how. When people out here be trying to test me, that I'm not going to pull out my blicky and get the bang, bang, bang because, this person got me in my feelings. No. With great power come with great responsibilities. I know what me having a firearm, he didn't know when he pulled out that knife. I don't think that he intentionally tried to take that boy's life. But when he did what he did, come on, Sharon, like, what are we talking about?
So what I'm saying is that he was licensed to have that weapon as well because he was of the age to have a knife. It ain't no training for no goddamn pocket knife.
All right.
Yeah. Hold up, but Sharon, we also established. I mean, it's on school grounds. Look, I mean, most of us, as matter of fact, I'm not even gonna speak for you. I know I used to carry a knife. From when I was in Boy Scouts to just being older. But every time I got into an altercation or whatever, I didn't just pull out the knife and get to cutting or even threaten to cut somebody. So I mean, I can agree with Joey to that extent, but at the same time, let's not absolve old boy, and that being Austin Metcalf, from not being able to keep his damn hands to himself. And that's what I don't like. Like they don't have any problem talking about, look, yeah, Melo need to understand how to de-escalate. Just because somebody puts their hands on you doesn't mean that you got to take their lives and all of that other stuff. But I was taught at a young age as a child, keep your hands to yourself. I didn't even hear, the Metcalf father say that. Like, yeah, okay, he made a mistake by bringing that knife and stabbing my son, but my son made a mistake by putting his hands on him. Like, let's just keep it real. Like that's just basic cause and effect. You put your hands on somebody, they might just stab you or blast you unlawfully, and they might just do 35 years for it, but you still lost your life. So that's why I said earlier, that's a mistake from two young boys, that neither one of them understand conflict resolution and de-escalation. That's why one lost their freedom and the other one lost their life.
Okay, so if you could quote unquote understand they both made mistakes, why would that be something you would say, oh, it's 35 years, murder, whatever?
Because now we're talking about the law, the law. So
the
I mean,
law
I think he was
is subjective, sweetheart. I'm so sick of people talking about the law.
This can't be serious, bro.
I'm
overly sick of people talking about the law, because the law at this point, because when I was a child, I didn't understand. I thought the law was the law, and what the law say, that's what it is. But in 2026, we understand the law is malleable. The law is pliable. The law will contort and fit to whatever people decide at the moment. So why are we pretending that the law is just this concrete thing?
This is wild, bro.
Okay.
Hold on one second, y'all. Hold on one second. Hold on 1 second, Kim. Hold on 1 second. It's like y'all can't hear me or some shit. That should get annoying sometimes. Welcome to the show, THT. Good day. How you doing?
I'm good. Glad to be here. My signal's kind of trash, but I'll be here as long as I can.
You coming through clear. Before we get back into MT's conversation, because my first time seeing you, what is your thoughts after seeing the video? Did that change your mind? Did it make you reconsider, or did it confirm your original thought?
It's more confirmed what I originally, thought. But I'll say this: I think a little bit different from most people. I'll say that,
Meaning what?
Well, I think of this situation from an entirely different standpoint, socio-politically, socioeconomically, and what it really means for us as Black people.
What do you think it means for us?
Well, I think there's a lot of things at play here. I think with the current socio-political climate, there's people that are feeling a lot of different ways about a lot of different races of people. Right? We have a melting pot in America, but the ingredients aren't melting together too well. And I think as we go forward, as we start to keep clashing as a people, we'll start to see more and more incidences like this until we understand the art of war, and truly how to battle on the battlefield.
So you say everybody's clashing against Black folks, but why other folks ain't clashing with each other?
No, it's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that there is, well, partly that's what's going on, but that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that there is a change in sentiment towards Black people right now. And I think that this outcome is the result of that change in sentiment. And it's not something that Black people are really talking about or acknowledging.
So I have
so
a
how they used to
question. If
treat
you
us
saying it's a
before?
change of
Before you
sentiment,
do, I
it
wanted
been
to be able
racism
to.
forever.
I
What's
wanted
up,
to be able to
Oh my,
rebut
this
the
can't be
last.
this can't be serious. This can't be serious.
No, I
So
wanted to rebut
what?
the last thing before you guys change the conversation.
Go ahead.
So
I'll butt out. Y'all can talk about the last thing, and
Yeah.
then I'll come back.
No, because she was talking about the law is subjective, and she's absolutely right. But at the same
no,
time,
no, hold
we're
on,
entitled.
Auntie, because yeah, because hold on. So I want to understand THT's thought pattern to what is it that he's saying. I got you, Auntie. I know you want to cook it up, but THT, how are people treating black folks before and how they treating us now? What is the difference?
Well, um, I would say that with post B or during BLM, if you want to, I guess we can say, we had a lot of issues, and so we were trying to fight reform and police injustices and things of that nature. And there were cases where, there were some convictions that shouldn't have happened, and there were things that were happening with the police that shouldn't have happened. Granted, yeah, they were on a really small scale, but the world was listening to black people at that time, and
That
The world wasn't doing nothing. When it was the Holocaust, they had the World
my bad, my
War
bad.
II. The world just made some T-shirts and did little walks. Where was our World War III of our genocide of black people? It didn't happen. It was some T-shirts and it was some walks. What is this? The world did something, and therefore what? And now we right here, right now, with Carmelo Anthony and him getting completely railroaded, and in my opinion, based on his skin color. So what was the Black Lives Matter? Oh, the world. Where the world now? There's no
Well, that's what I'm
world.
saying. That's what I'm saying. No, you're on the money. This is exactly what I'm saying. This is the problem that's getting ready to happen for black people that nobody's
Well,
talking about.
this is my point. BLM don't really show. There's not a black man that's deceased, so they ain't gonna show up until the black man is deceased. They ain't gonna show up for a white boy that's deceased. BLM, is, in my opinion, really don't have a problem with this right here. So that's one thing. But as far as the law being subjective, and even when you're talking about the railroading, I agree as far as him being railroaded with the initial bond hearing. But when it comes to even the law and its subjectivity, you have the right to due process. You have the right to an attorney and you have a right to a trial by jury. He got that. He got that. And
No, he didn't.
wait
No,
a second.
no, he
Well,
did not.
I mean, hey,
No,
he
he
had, hey,
didn't.
whether we say it's fair, whether we say it was fair or not, because like I said, the scales of justice is supposed to be blind. They ain't never been fair. I'm not talking in
Okay,
terms of how
meaning
things should be.
when
I'm
there's an
talking about
unfair
how things
trial.
are. No, I'm
Okay,
saying I'm
when there's
talking
an
about how
unfair,
things
Kim,
are.
unfair
And
trial.
hold up, I wasn't done. I didn't even
Kim,
interrupt you when you were
hold on,
going.
Aunt,
That's
hold
why I
on,
wanted
Aunt,
to
hold on,
rebut.
Aunt, hold on, Aunt. Kim, you have to let people finish their thought. You cannot keep interrupting. Get
I,
Auntie
I
finish your
appreciate
thought.
that, Sharon. Not because I let her finish, but at the same time, I mean, and as far as everything the community did, I'm saying they donated almost $600,000 to make sure he had resources. They gave him the best defense that money could buy, or at least the best defense that they could help to award him. So, the bond was lowered. Okay. He had a trial by jury. And these are the chances that you take when you take things to trial and you go before a jury. They found him guilty of M1. Now, I agree. Does he have grounds for appeal? Absolutely. He does. But unfortunately, this is the way it's going to have to play out with the system. I'm not speaking in terms of what's right, what's wrong, how things should be. I understand how things are. That's just
But
how they
why
are.
isn't that your argument? Why isn't your argument of what's right and what's wrong and what should be? We all got eyes and we all got ears and we all see what happened. We don't need you to reiterate what
Well,
happened.
I'll explain
when
why. I'll explain why. I don't believe in looking up at the sky and yelling at gray clouds and demanding that it stop raining. That's
No,
just
no,
it
no.
just
But
ain't
doesn't make
nobody
sense.
talking about
You
no
know,
clouds.
when it no, I'm just
Like
saying,
hold
what
on,
the
like
hell?
when the clouds are gray,
hold
I'm
on.
going to get an umbrella or I'm going to go
No,
inside. I'm not just going to expect the
Sir,
weather
we're
to
not
change.
talking
so
about no
And I think in
clouds.
this
Come
situation,
on
you
now.
expect the world to change because you
y'all about
just
to
believe
aggravate
it
this.
should. That's not
No, I
realistic.
expect when I
But
pay a lawyer that the lawyer is going to do the job that I paid him to do. And I'm going to expect him to do his legal duty to defend me at the best of his ability.
Kim, he's not going to do that if he doesn't like you. It doesn't
And
matter how much you pay him. He'll take
Okay,
your money. He
so
doesn't like you.
okay.
and also
That's
that
and
that's why you
Okay,
got to
so
choose.
that's the
that
fundamental. But
man, I could
that's the
pay him
fundamental
$1
problem
billion.
that we're in right now. Exactly.
And
That's the
that's why
fundamental problem we're in
you
right
gotta
now.
choose your
They don't
you gotta
like
choose your
us.
legal you gotta choose your legal counsel a lot more wisely than Karmelo family
Stop
chose his
that.
legal counsel.
Meaning you're admitting that the legal system is unjust,
Absolutely.
right?
That's a
And I know
fact.
that.
Okay,
That's why I go out of
let's
my
start
way to
there.
maneuver
Let's
around
start
the legal
there.
system
If you're
by trying to
already
stay out of the
admitting,
system.
okay, if you're already admitting that the legal system is unjust, how can you sit so strongly on the side that, oh, Carmelo Anthony is so guilty when you literally just admitted that the legal system is unjust?
Let me explain. I never
Can I
said
answer
that.
this for a second?
The only way that wait a second before you go, honest truth, before you go. The only reason why I would say Carmelo is guilty is because he was found guilty in a court of law by trial, by a jury. That's it. That's the legal definition of guilt. Like he was found guilty. So, do I believe that he was overcharged? Do I believe that his lawyers could have given him a way better defense than they did? Did better when it came to jury selection, maybe even negotiating other options regarding deals and everything else? Absolutely. That's why I believe he has grounds for appeal. But they took it to trial, and this is the verdict. Like that's fact.
Go ahead.
Spot on the
Go
money.
ahead,
Spot on the money.
THT.
And that's the reality of it. And this is where the court of public opinion matters. We're in the court of public opinion now. All right. We're not in the court of OJ anymore. Right now, it's the court of public opinion, and this is why how the world sees us truly matters. And these conversations need to start happening. Now, I understand how Kim feels and how the brother was speaking. He's spot on the money. We have to look at what's going on, not what we wish could be happening. It's not happening right now, unfortunately. What is happening is reality. And I'll tell you what's not a good idea, Kim. It's not a good idea to poke the bear. I understand you can call it cowardice. You can call it whatever you'd like. But we don't have a certain level of power in this country, and we cannot move a certain way right now.
I'm
That's
not
just
putting
reality.
myself in that situation.
Kim, please stop interrupting so we can actually
I'm
argue
sorry, you're right.
your point.
Well, no, Kim, I don't want you to put yourself in a situation. As a matter of fact, that's the goal, and the point is to take yourself out of potential situations, because when they go bad, you don't want to be at the opposite end of every single opposite end that you don't want to be on. You know what I mean?
So
That's all.
THT, haven't we seen there was a time when we was minding our business and we still got harassed, killed, stomped, destroyed, communities hurt? So we tried that route of minding our business and staying out the way already.
Well, again,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not saying that you're wrong. I would agree with you to some extent. Now, here's why I have to fight back, right? We are no longer in those times. Yeah, those did happen, 100%. I can't take that away from our ancestors who fought and bled for us to be here right now. I would be evil to do so, but the reality is we're not there anymore, right? And that's just it.
No, the
No, we
reality.
not being harmed.
Why?
But
Why?
I'm sorry.
Why? The reality is that all they did was change the circumstance. They still doing the same exact thing. Majority
Well,
of
and
black folk, the
mhm.
majority of black men are docile to the fact of trying to fight back. Most people think like UTH, Kim got that same idea. Ronald 804, he got that same idea. Majority of people is not shooters on go.
Right.
So it is
Well,
it's a bunch of men
They
in the
definitely
world
not
that are
goaded like
not willing
KT.
to put their hands. Is not willing. Majority of us are not willing to put our hands on people first.
Hey, don't
That's
lie on
what it
me,
is.
man.
it's not. I don't think that's the case. Depending on whether I put hands on somebody is if I have bail money ready. That's what I think about now because I'm tired of going to jail. But
No, it's not. Because if a police tell me to move
Kim,
along,
what is going on, Kim?
I'm gonna move
You don't know
along.
this man. Kim, how are we gonna know what this man thinks if you keep interrupting? We cannot
Because he
argue an
talking about
argument
bail
if you keep
money.
on.
He talking about bail money. I
Yeah,
don't
but
have
he's
no
talking.
bail money. I got rent money. I don't have
His
bail
own
money. I got
experience,
rent money.
though, Kim.
Yeah,
That's his own experience. That's how he feels about his
Kim,
own.
that's his experience.
That's
What
his
the
own
fuck,
experience. You know what I'm
Kim?
saying? That's just his
We
own experience. You know what I mean?
shout out to Kim. Shout out to Kim. I love the passion, and this is the thing. Kim is for the people. The problem is that these type of situations, like if the reality is this, is that we don't even like ourselves as much as we claim that we do. This is the reality of it, right? And so,
What,
like after Carmelo and all this goes away, we're gonna
you
go
mean?
right back to
Hold
where
on,
we are as a people.
before you hold on.
Go ahead.
You said you don't like yourself, and why not?
No, that's not what I said. I said we don't like ourselves as a people. We don't. By and large, we don't appreciate ourselves as a people. We don't like ourselves, black people.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you don't like. So what about you? You
No,
personally, you don't like yourself as a black
I didn't say
person?
me. I said by
That's
and
what I'm
large.
asking.
Do I like me as a black
That's
person?
what
Yes.
I'm asking.
I like being a black person. Yes. But there are things that are not so fun about being black. That's the reality. All
And so,
right.
do you believe majority of black people do not like being black?
I think majority of black people, if they had the ability to, would want to live an existence like white people do.
Wow.
Especially the one
Yeah.
with weeds in their hair.
Opulence, and wealth, and and owning the world. I think that's what we all want, and this is why we live in America. We haven't moved back to Africa, back to the homeland, right? I get it, 100%. When we get money, when we get rich, we move into the evil white man's neighborhoods. I get it, because the white man's air is colder and the white man's chicken's hotter. I get it. We don't build neighborhoods. That's what I mean. That's what I'm saying.
Have you heard about the town in Baltimore? Cookie Crunch. Have to
What is that?
run. Enjoy the show. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you enjoyed yourself, and I really appreciate that support. That means a lot to me. Thank you so much, Cookie Crunch. Thank you so much, Cookie Crunch. So we have plenty of neighborhoods where it's black folks, and we are doing very well.
Sharon, though, I gotta respectfully disagree with him right there, because even in this situation with Carmelo, if I gotta choose which of those parents to be, I would definitely rather be Carmelo's parents right there, having to deal. Because hey, I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6. Okay, for real, for real. So Austin Metcalf's parents, they gotta live with the fact that they did not teach their son a valuable lesson when he was younger, and that's keep your hands to yourself. So because of that, they
So
got to
how
bury
could
their child
if
premature.
you're gonna say
Okay.
that, how could you say that black people would rather live as white people? Nobody wants to be a white person. White people don't even want to be white people. In the United States, we want to be afforded the same access to social safety nets and everything else that we pay our taxes for. We pay for this life. Why we can't get the life we paid for? That's it. Because since we want the life we paid for, we paid our taxes for. We want to be white.
Wait a second. Real quick, Sharon. And I would just say this: that feeling of entitlement, that false entitlement that white family believed that they had right now, they got a dead son because of that. Thinking that you can just put your hands on people and there are no consequences for it. Nah, that's false entitlement. That's not a privilege. That's not real. That's not real, because anybody can take your life. If you don't understand just a basic concept of cause and effect, and the fact that actions have reactions,
and there's consequences too.
Yeah.
Right. I'm not negating that. I'm not negating that. What I'm telling you though, I understand. However, what I'm telling you is that, and if that's the case, then why are we all upset right now, right? What are we even talking about?
I agree with you, bro. I agree.
All right. I appreciate you, bro. The reality is, at the end of the day, they still have the power.
We pay tax.
God damn it, Kim.
I love her passion.
King Moses, good day. Welcome to the show. It's my first time meeting you. How you doing? Are you there, King Moses? You gotta unmute yourself, King Moses. Going once, going twice. All right. I don't know what's going on with King Moses.
Hey, Sharon.
All right, so
I'm sorry, Sharon. I had to ask you a question real quick, bro. Did it change your perspective since you seen the surveillance? I ain't hear what you said at the beginning. Go ahead, my fault.
Yeah, so the thing that changed my perspective was I thought after people see the video, people wouldn't hold on to the racist ideology of what happened and just be honest of what they seen. I didn't know people was going to still hold on to this goddamn position that cannot be proven. This position of Karmelo is just some super thug, super criminal that he meant to get ahead and stab this young man in the heart. That was his aim.
I agree.
So that's
I just agree with
I don't know why you talking while I'm talking, Kim.
I'm just saying I agree. I'm sorry.
She been doing that the whole time, boy. God damn.
Who said that? Who said the whole time what? I'm gonna be quiet though.
Holler at you, Sharon. I can't. Y'all be safe, fellas.
So so that's my position. I can't believe people still holding on to that same racist argument after seeing the video, seeing that those people was aggressing him. We do not agree. What's racist?
Why are you gonna call that racist, man?
What's racist?
So it's racist that somebody saw a video and the guy got stabbed in the heart. So no matter how much you love Karmelo, he picked up a knife, opened it up, stabbed another child in the chest, in the heart. He stabbed him in his buttocks. He stabbed him on his leg. He stabbed him in the heart. So that's the reason. That's one of the reasons why he got 35 years.
That's what you saw in the video.
That video didn't prove anything new other than what we already knew.
Yeah, he acted in self-defense, which is correct. They were literally aggressing on him, bro.
We gotta stop saying he didn't mean to do it. If I didn't mean to do it, I'll stab somebody. I'll stab somebody in the buttocks or something like that.
You were just talking about
get him off of me.
35 years. You still saying the 35 years is justified? That's what Sharon talking about. Y'all still being stupid.
It is justified because
I don't know who that is talking, but out of all the things we've seen on the video, out of all the evidence, everything included in the video, did you actually see Karmelo Anthony stab anybody?
No, because it was hard to see. But you did see some. You did see something like a push.
Are we questioning whether or not that happened?
Okay, so therefore, stop saying what he meant to do when you didn't see it.
Did he stab somebody in the heart?
We understand where the knife ended up at.
Okay, so what the hell are you talking about?
When we say he didn't mean it, we mean he didn't mean to use lethal force. He didn't know the force he was using was lethal.
Right.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Sharon.
There's a reason why he got tried as an adult, because he was 17 years old. He almost graduated from high school.
Ronald,
he went to biology class.
Answer to what we are talking about. We understand what happened in the court.
He's 17 years old. He went to biology class. He knows exactly what could happen if you stab somebody in the chest.
That's what we're trying to tell you. I'm trying not to use. You're making it difficult. He was not. Do you know for a fact he aimed for the young man's heart?
He aimed for the chest, and most of our.
Okay, so how do you know he aimed for the chest?
Now you put in the miss
because that's where he stabbed the boy.
When somebody's standing over you, that's really the only
Hold on, please. I asked a very specific question. How do you know that's what he was aiming for?
The chest is the biggest part of the body. So you trying to say
again, that is a great fact that you are saying. I'm
That's
asking you
wrong. The
something very
torso is.
specific.
The
I need you
torso
to
is,
be
not
a
the chest,
man.
sir.
I need you to be a man and not be a racist prick. How
a racist
do
prick?
you know? Yes, how do you know the young man was aiming for the other young man's chest?
Because that's where he hit him. And he
That is
went
the
deep in
dumbest, that is the dumbest thing. Hold on. If I
ain't
throw
that,
a basketball,
oh my
if I
gosh.
throw a basketball up in the air and it happens to go in the hoop of the other team, do you think I meant to do it?
He didn't throw the knife, silly. He didn't throw the knife and it stuck him. He had the knife in his hand and he drove the knife into the other boy's chest. So
I need you to answer questions. Every time I ask you questions, you do not answer it. Just please answer the question. We understand where the knife ended up. Can somebody randomly attack somebody and it randomly hits the person's body?
it is possible.
So why are you acting like you know this young man's intention was to stab him in the heart?
His I think he meant to stab him in his chest.
That's a
I
good
don't know
point.
if he was even directly for the heart,
so
but he
now
did stab him in his chest.
what proof do you have that he meant to stab him in his chest?
What proof do I have? Because it hit him in his chest, and not only, and it hit him deep in his
That is
chest.
proof. Oh my God. You cannot be. That is proof of where the knife landed. That is not proof on the young man intentions of where it landed.
So what do you think? So what do you think he was aiming for, Sharon? What do you think he was aiming for?
I don't think he was aiming at all. Why are you not answering questions? See, even after you asked me a question, I answered it very directly. I need you to be a man and answer something directly. How do you know what his intention was when he swung the knife?
He didn't swing the knife. He stuck the knife. If you'd have swung, if you would have got a little cut, you would have got a cut.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you one more time, and if you cannot answer it honestly, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. How do you know the young man's attention on where he was trying to stab him? How do you know that?
Because they were face to face with each other, even though he was sitting down. So when the other boy came to him and put his hands on him, they were at that time he was probably face to chest. So Carmelo's face was at Austin's chest. So when he took the knife out, he knew exactly where he was going to stick him in the other boy's chest. It's just common sense.
And what proof do you have of this?
Common sense. What?
What proof do you have of this?
I mean, common sense for a medical professional, but I agree with Sharon.
Right,
real quick, Ron. I would agree. He meant to stab. He was just aiming for him. I don't think he was aiming for any specific vital organ or any of that.
I can agree to that part.
Yeah, he was just.
I believe he aimed for the chest.
Ronald, hold on. Ronald, you said you were, hold on.
Like he was a
Ronald, you said you
was aiming at all. He wasn't aiming at all.
So Ronald, you agree with NT that he wasn't aiming?
What I'm saying is, I don't think he was aiming for a certain organ, but he hit him in the center of his chest where the heart is.
Please answer a question. Do you agree with NT that he wasn't aiming at all?
I agree with Auntie that he wasn't aiming for a certain organ in his chest, but he was aiming for the chest. He wasn't the heart is right here, the liver is right here.
I can't. This is insane to me. I've never seen grown men act this way. I didn't know grown men act this way. Welcome to the show, Art. Are you there, Art? Unmute yourself.
Yeah, I'm here. What's up? What's the consensus here? I just joined. Well, I was watching a little bit earlier, but I don't know what.
Okay, so my question is: so have you seen the video?
I saw a couple different versions of the video. Yes.
So after seeing the video, Do that confirm your suspicion of what you thought originally, or did it make you reconsider?
My suspicion, as in guilt.
I don't know. Do you believe that he was guilty?
There was no.
I don't know your suspicion. That's why I asked you yours.
Okay, that's why I'm asking you to clarify a little bit. But the idea of him being guilty was never a question. I don't believe he said he did it. As far as him acting in self-defense, we know that he acted in self-defense. Now, as far as us being able to argue, I think is the point of, did he overreact in the situation? Could we agree to that?
I don't know.
You don't know if we can agree if he overreacted in the situation.
No, he did not.
Okay.
He did not.
How many other people in the bleachers that day knew that Karmelo had a knife?
I agree with you, brother. For what it's worth, I agree with you.
All right, thank you. I need answer to the question, Sherman. How many other people in the bleachers? All right, so when Karmelo said, "Touch me and see what happened," what did you think Karmelo was thinking at that moment? Touch me and see what happened.
He was telling him to leave him alone. Don't touch me.
He was gonna use the knife to defend himself. That is intent. This is a cut and clear, dry case of murder. There's no question about it.
You're literally leaving out what happens before he has any intent to grab.
It doesn't matter what happens.
Yes, it does. Yes,
hold
it does.
on, hold on. I don't understand why when I say hold on, y'all act like y'all don't hear. That's crazy to me. So, Art, when somebody is scared, they don't want you to touch them no more. They said, you do this to me again, see what happens. How is that not defending himself? We all understand that as grown-ups. I don't know why we try to act like we don't know that. That's clear, a threat. It was clear that he was touched already. It was clear that they grabbed his book bag. So we cannot continuously to say that this was M1 when he was defending himself from, in his mind, possibly multiple people. Like hey, listen, we gotta learn how to communicate with our words instead of just cutting people off and trying to curse the other person out. But we also gotta stop, like Ronald, you gotta stop being disingenuous and answer some questions. Stop moving the goalposts, please.
Because you keep on giving me dumb questions, man.
Yeah, but you still gotta answer the question. Simple. Just answer the question. Be a man, answer tough questions. That's how we actually get things done. But you keep running away and moving the goalposts. It's not good for a conversation. It makes you very disingenuous. We need to stop acting like that. Please answer the question.
Sharon, how many times have I asked you a good question and you didn't even answer it because you know it'll make you look like you're wrong? Come on, this happens all the time.
I do not do that.
Okay, so next time it happens, I'll make sure I call it out, okay?
Pull up the video and show proof. But I have proof today that you did it.
Okay.
At the end of the day, today.
At the end of the day, no matter what y'all say.
And again. THT, was he dodging questions? This is somebody that don't know neither one of us. THT, was Ronald dodging questions?
Yes.
Simple.
And spreading misinformation like he accused me.
And then hopefully, Ronald, you would take this and you would be a better man later or in the next 5 to 10 minutes, and you would make some adjustments to how you communicate. Don't be a disingenuous man. I'm telling you something. Don't try to bring up. Please don't try to bring up something that I need to do when we talking about.
Okay.
Being so let's be men. Right? Men do not try to pass the buck to someone. That's what something that women do. You come to your wife and you say, hey, babe, you didn't do the dishes. She gonna say, well, you didn't take out the trash. That ain't no man shit.
Sharon,
so we need you to be on some man shit and say, you know what? I did dodge questions. I'm being held accountable by my other brothers on the panel that see it that way too. I need to do better at communicating my thought. Simple.
Sharon, the reason why Carmelo's in jail right now for 35 years is
That's not
because
what we're talking about.
the
We're not
jury
talking
saw it the
about
way
that.
I see
We
it.
understand. Oh my God, we understand what happened in court. Nobody disagree what happened in court. I don't know why y'all keep saying what happened in court like the court can't be wrong. The court could be wrong. Do you understand that, Ronald?
Yeah, but in this situation, they were right. Just like how you thought you
Yeah,
could
but
do a better
that's your
defense than
opinion.
the
Hold on.
real
That's your
attorneys.
opinion because that's just an opinion you have because as we are talking about facts, you cannot show any.
Sharon, you actually
So it's
think
just
you
your
could do a
opinion.
better?
If that's just your opinion, it is no need for us to argue. We cannot argue somebody's opinion. That is
Sharon,
fine. But
you also said that.
what I'm trying to have a conversation is about facts and some data, some things that actually happen, some things that we could visually see to the best of our ability, and have some kind of context clues to what is going on, what normally happens in a situation like this, how somebody 17 can feel in a situation like this, how somebody in his size can feel in this situation. All these factors that comes in as a 17-year-old young man is what we are trying to have a conversation about, not about your opinion on how black people need to be in jail for 35 years. Because clearly you think black people need to be just in jail.
No, nobody never said that. Get out your feelings
You don't
now.
have to.
Can I ask
You don't have
Ronald
to
a
say it. We
question? Is
understand what.
that man's name's Ronald?
No.
I want to ask him a question.
No.
Again,
Absolutely not.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Let me mute.
This should be crazy. I guess y'all be thinking y'all could do it. You know what? Go ahead, Kim. You think you could do a better job than me? Clearly.
I don't think you
Fuck what
can.
I'm-
I
fuck what I'm
don't think I can do
Fuck
a
what
better
I'm
job.
saying. It's okay. Fuck what I'm saying. Go
I
ahead.
just wanted to ask Renault, or whatever his name is, whoever's talking, does he not find any type of reasonable doubt? Like, say you like,
Are you fucking
think
kidding
like,
me,
oh,
Kim?
it's
No,
possible.
absolutely not. No,
No.
absolutely not.
But
I don't know why they think this question is relevant at this point. This is
it
crazy.
is.
No, it's not.
Based on they always want to
No,
bring
it's
up the
not.
courtroom evidence, and say based on the evidence.
Fuck what I'm saying. Again, you saying fuck what I'm saying, right, Kim?
No, I think that I think a reasonable person.
Please don't ask me that question because it's not going to get us anywhere.
Right. Okay. You're right.
And also, like, this is the chances you take with the trial and the jury. Like, whew. I personally don't think he had much of a chance once it went to trial because of where it went to trial, the circumstances. Like, there's a lot of things. Like, you need a super lawyer to make that case. Like, you know, like you just need a super lawyer with a resume that really is just skilled in all.
If you need a super lawyer, how is that not indicative of a
I'll
flawed
break it.
system?
No, I
If
mean,
you need
because
a super lawyer, how is that not indicative of a flawed system?
are you asking a question or are
or
you making a statement and phrasing it as a question?
I'm saying, do you think that's a flaw in the system, even if you think that is how the system works?
Okay. I believe there are many flaws in the judicial system. Many flaws, and a lot of them are biased toward certain demographics, especially black people. That's the way it is. But in a situation like this, where you have all of these witnesses, you are on body camera footage, not just admitting that you did it, and you have witnesses showing that you did it, but there is no they, there is no them.
I gotta
It's
stop
like,
you right there.
don't stop me at all, because I didn't stop you.
Did what?
I didn't stop you. You asked me a question, and I'd like to be able to answer.
That's
So
it. I
please
gotta
don't stop me.
Did
Let me
what?
finish.
Did what?
Hey,
Did
can you do me
what?
a favor?
Did
Like,
what?
bite your
Did
lip
what?
for like maybe 60 seconds.
Did what?
You know?
Can you answer that? Did what? If I say I did it, what did I did what? Did
All
what?
right, I'm going to answer your first question, and then you can ask me the next one. Okay.
Mhm.
So when I said a super lawyer, I just mean a lawyer that's
Mhm.
skilled in three different things, not just negotiating and making deals, but also actually fighting cases like this in trial and jury selection. Okay, that's what I mean by a super lawyer, and I think they dropped the ball with their choice for legal counsel with all of those things. Yeah. Now, your next question, as far as did what, can you elaborate so I can answer that quickly?
You're basically saying, regardless to the evidence, again, as we do know, but you're advocating for, regardless to the evidence, I just gotta be a magician in the courtroom. I just gotta be able to talk right, convince you, just say the right things. Why are you advocating for that type of legal system?
Okay, I'll answer that question as well. Because of the circumstances, the fact that there are 20 witnesses right there, the law when it comes
20
to
witnesses a lot.
God damn it! What the? Come on, let me finish. Okay, let me finish because I'll let you finish. All right. Now, and where it's taking place, the town in which it's taking place, all of those things. Yes, in that situation, you do need a lawyer to be able to beat that case in a court dealing with a jury. That's just facts. I'm not looking at things through rose-colored glasses and how I hope things will be.
That's
That boy
fine, but
was
aren't you
facing life.
also admitting
Like I don't
that's
have
not a
time for all
fair
that stuff.
system? If my legal situation is dependent on my bank account, how is that not automatically not fair? Now, what did
I never
you
said it
say
was
is
fair.
okay, so why can't you admit that this Karmelo Anthony trial wasn't fair? Or I don't know if you said that or not, right? But
I
if
never
you
said it was. Yeah.
okay, so do you think it was a fair trial?
It's a fair trial until you factor in the defense's defense as well as their jury selection and other things.
So it wasn't. So no, it wasn't a fair trial.
No, it wasn't. But at the same time, I mean that's the
I wanted to
defense
ask both of
that
y'all
he
a
put
question if
up.
possible. And I hate to rehash. If y'all already talked about this, then I'm sorry, but I know there was a lot of money given to the family. Was there some kind of issue with the money not being spent right or something like that? Was there any kind of credibility to that? I didn't look that far into it, but I heard.
No,
my position on it is
money.
none of us have access to their bank accounts. We don't know what they spent the money on. We don't have no place to be saying.
We do know what they spent the money on. They spent the money on his legal defense.
No, they spent the money on multiple
but,
things.
You know.
They spent the money on multiple things from his legal defense, as well as there are some other investment accounts that they put some other money into, which I've stated earlier. I think that's justified because they can't live in the same town that they were living in. He can't be, the father can't be a loan officer at the same car dealership he was in, and also they have other children to take care of. So even if they spent that money or some of it to get another house in a gated community, make rent payments or mortgage payments or whatever, or even set something up for their son if and when he possibly gets out, I don't think they were wrong for that.
What about this next question? This is going to be a big question. I heard that the family was invited to pray with the other family, but they chose not to. And they chose to go on more of the defensive side.
What does that have to do with the case?
Well, it comes into the court of public opinion in that case, because you could have gone into this court case with both families kind of more united. And I think, right? I don't know. We're talking about something big here.
So the thing is that happened, but Jeff, he bombarded the family at a press conference and said, let's pray together. So yes, he did offer to pray with them, but he also bombarded them with the questioning instead of like really communicate with them beforehand. So if somebody just bombarding you and say, can I do X, Y, Z? It's not really the same as you really wanting to pray. It seemed like it was more of a publicity stunt, and the people at hand, the parents, they didn't know how to react if he's really wanting to pray or he wants some get back. And that is pretty alarming. If I know my son killed your son, you show up at one of my functions, I'm going to be on high alert from you. I'm not going to be one to sit down with my eyes closed on my knees praying with you and we that close to each other because you might be trying to get some get back.
Sharon, I would agree with you. No, I would agree with you on that. Definitely be on high alert. That's a grieving father, so you don't know what his intentions are, whether or not he's packing when he comes in there, or whatever the case may be. But even when people are bringing that up, regardless, Carmelo's family didn't owe them anything. You ain't owe that man anything, and that includes a damn prayer.
Mhm.
So if that was taken into
Mhm.
consideration in court when it comes to the sentencing or the trial or whatever, that's more grounds for an appeal.
No, it's not.
What are you
The
talking
appeal.
about? That can't be
Yes,
taken into
'cause you don't know
consideration.
what them people got going
Let
on.
him build his own
You can't
argument. Stop
listen.
this. Let him build his own argument. We
A
could
judge can't
discuss his
take that into
argument.
consideration when sentencing that boy.
First of all, the judge didn't sentence the boy.
Okay, or even the jury can't take that into consideration. How is that even put into evidence?
They take everything in consideration, man. That's the reason why they get a chance to speak.
Yes, they do.
That's
They take everything into consideration. That's why the
yes.
court of
So,
public
oh my
opinion matters so
gosh.
much. That's why I'm
Okay.
saying what I say. The court of public opinion does matter, guys.
Now, in that case, that's grounds for appeal.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. That's not
That's
grounds
not.
for
It
appeal.
No,
That's
is.
not
no,
grounds
it's.
for appeal
Oh
either, brother.
gosh.
That's one
That's
of them.
literally
No,
that's literally one of the things that you could use for appeal.
no, you.
Really?
Why y'all don't even know what the hell y'all talking about when it comes to appeal? Most likely,
When the
he's not
last
gonna get
time?
up. He's not gonna win an appeal,
What
man.
is the actual
Carmelo's not even at
appellate?
that.
Ronald, when
Carmelo's
the
not
last
even
time you
at that.
seen any kind of appellate court?
Okay, one of the grounds. The only way, one of the ways they could win a grounds for appeal is if they find somebody to agree with them when it comes to not having the black jury, or the reason why they didn't have a black juror, because they said that because they were educators or whatever like that. So
First of
if they
all,
find
you
out,
the one that don't know what a
could you just
grounds
shut up for a second,
appeal. You
lady?
can get an appeal because they filed some paperwork wrong. Okay.
Oh man.
So
Yes,
you're,
and
you're,
that's
you're like, oh, it's not a ground to appeal. It is.
First of all, Carmelo was on trial, not his parents, not that activist. So, however, Jeff Metcalf was treated at a press conference in which Carmelo Anthony wasn't even there.
Right.
That should have no bearing on his case over something that happened over a week prior.
but that's not
what
grounds
he's
for
on trial,
appeal.
for. It shouldn't have had any bearing on how he was treated in court. You know,
It is
like
because it's
regardless,
called
bro.
tainted. It's called tainted
Judges.
jury. Okay, tainted, and if either the jury's tainted, you know, they gotta be washed out. They gotta be appealed. They gotta redo it. You talking about it's no grounds for appeal? It's so many grounds for appeal. Harvey Weinstein got an appeal. Okay, definitely, for sure guilty. But he got an appeal because according to y'all, he paid the lawyers, and they gonna scrutinize and dig and find every means and mechanism possible for their client. All right.
You can't.
And I'm telling you, most likely he's not going to get an appeal.
Hey, now that I don't know. I think he's got
I don't
multiple
know
grounds,
about that.
and if that's
Okay.
the case, I'm just saying, because I heard Jeff Metcalf say that's why that boy was sentenced to 35 years. I'm like, how are you going to sentence him to 35 years because you don't believe his parents showed you enough remorse? That's crazy.
That's
It's
like I
crazy,
said.
but
There's a reason why. Like for example, there's a reason why Carmelo Anthony's mother got a chance to speak. There's a reason why the Metcalf family got a chance to speak. The jury, and whether it's the judge sentencing or the jury sentencing, they take all that thing in, right? And they also use the law also.
God damn it! You cannot. The thing that you're talking about didn't
True.
happen in the court of law. You cannot use the mother being on or in court testifying the same way as a press conference. The press conference didn't happen in the court of law. You cannot
mother
compare what happened outside the court with what happened in the court.
the mother only spoke before the sentencing. At sentencing, before that comes up, the defense has a chance to call witnesses. The prosecutor call witnesses. They called her. She spoke to the trauma, like him being remorseful, him being her oldest son, and that's it. So she didn't go into no big thing. She just spoke about her son.
I cannot believe, Uda, I cannot believe he tried to bring up a press conference and act like that's the same thing as something that happened in the court of law.
It's not.
That's insane.
It's not. She was only called during, like, right before the sentencing thing. She was called, and she just spoke towards her son only, like saying that he was remorseful. He's her oldest son. You know what I mean? Please try to be as lenient as y'all can. That's all she said. So outside of court is something totally different than what happened inside the court, bro.
And this man don't think that he's racist towards black folks. He is bringing something that has nothing to do with
you just don't know what they're talking about, Sharon. I'm trying to explain it to you, but you don't understand. Then you get upset why he got 35 years.
Because you are saying things that doesn't make sense. You cannot use.
Hey, let me help you make sense.
You cannot use something outside of. You are using court as a reason why you justify what happened to this young man. So if you're using what happened in court, you cannot now take things that happen outside of court and say this is what justified him going to 35 years. You just can't do that. That's not law.
Right.
Listen, let me help you out. And please, nobody cut me off, okay? When the Metcalf father wanted to meet with the Anthony's parents, or when they're having a press conference,
did it happen in court?
Could you just be quiet for a second? Let me explain to you. Okay?
Did it happen in court?
No,
yes
that didn't happen in court.
Okay,
but that also contributed to why he was so upset and he wanted to.
It doesn't. I don't care if it didn't happen in court. Y'all want to always bring up court. Don't talk to me about things that didn't happen in court, bro.
It matters,
Sharon. If you just shut up and listen for a second.
How does that matter? No, you cannot say it matters if it didn't happen in court.
Speculative.
Sharon, shut up for a second, man.
You don't know if that
you
was
want to bring when the dude got 35 years and explain to you, and you don't want to hear anything.
It did not happen in court. Don't tell me
it doesn't matter.
Things outside of court. It's going to affect what happens in court.
Well, this is why I think it matters. If I'm a jury member and let's just say I'm Caucasian, and I hear that this Caucasian father they're not supposed to watch any information, but we know all the jury members are seeing everything because we're in the digital age, right? And I hear, Austin Metcalf's father tried to have a prayer with Karmelo's family, but they rejected it. That's going to leave a negative stain on me and as a jury member. I'm going to go behind those doors and be like, okay, screw this family. It's not right.
Therefore, you can appeal that. If you believe that.
But it's hard. You can appeal it. You can. It's just going to be harder to prove.
We're not talking about easy.
But it's harder to prove.
About easy. We're not talking about easy. Ain't nothing about this.
Said he came here to taunt people at the press conference, so it could be speculative that he did he really want to pray with people? He watermelon felon? He on that type vibe? You want to pray with people? You got all this Christian.
Very true.
It could be speculative that he was even doing that. It could have been a show. It could have been all a show.
I agree.
I
agree 100%.
We not Austin Metcalf pops. We don't know how he went from there praying with people to calling people watermelon felons, calling people N-words and doing this other stuff then. And you a big Christian, sir. And you got straight from charges on your damn back. And you got it when you was 46 years old. If that's the case. So we can add some other factors in.
And this is the reason why you got 35 years.
You didn't even raise your kids to keep their hands to their damn selves.
I'm saying, bro. It's speculative. That's speculative. So we don't know all that shit that's outside the court. Yeah, he could have really wanted to. Who knows? But we don't know. That's speculation still. That's still speculation. You know what I mean?
Most of us had a fight at school, man. Come on. So does that mean our teacher?
You know, sir, whoever you are.
THT, thank you for coming by the first time here. Hopefully you come back. I appreciate you. Thank you. Make sure you come back again. Uda, this is crazy. You're on mute.
He came up here with the misinformation after he told us about all the damn misinformation. That's crazy. That's nasty.
Insane. But we're going to have to see y'all next time. We'll see y'all mañana. You know, we do this every day. Sometimes I don't know why I beat myself up.